Hello everybody, this is Jessica with Stamp a Blessing. I'm super excited to come this morning to share with you some simple ideas from the Paper Pumpkin Kit, the new one on my mind. It's the one for July 2019, and I'm so happy that the stamps provide so many possibilities. So today I'm going to be using stamps, I will be using cardstock, I will use ink, and I may use some scissors. I think you will like this. I hope you like all the cards I'm going to share, then you are inspired to create with the new kit. Now, I won't open the kit today because I actually want to create with this stamp, okay? So let me show you first of all how the stamp looks. Look how beautiful that is. I hope you got it already because it's absolutely gorgeous. Look at that doily. And then we have a shell. Very excited about having that shell. We have a beautiful happy birthday with two different fonts. I love that. We have You've Been on My Mind, which is the topic or the theme of this particular kit. Hello, friend. And I also have a You Are the Best. And I'm going to be showing you some samples after I make my first card. I'll show you some samples also with coordinating colors with what? Well, the coordinating colors that would go with Pretty Peacock. This is one of the new in colors for Stampin' Up. It came on in June, the beginning of June, and we got it now with the Paper Pumpkin. And what I love about it is that it coordinates with a lot. You will be surprised with how many colors this actually coordinates. So this is when you open your kit, and it says also that the catalog it has a catalog coordination, which gives you more. What it means is that the kit per se coordinates with some other suites in the Stampin' Up catalog, the Woven Thread suite, Garden Lane suite, and the Come Sail Away with Me. So it's like, you know, if you want to keep creating and get even more out there, you can definitely get some of these products and keep creating with this stamp set and everything else. This is sort of like the beginning of it all. It kind of gets you going. But this is a kit. As you see, it is closed, and I'm not going to be opening it with you right now as I do sometimes on my videos, but I wanted you to see it because absolutely precious, and I know that you are just waiting for yours if you don't have it yet. But I want to stamp. Oh, wait. I need the stamp if I'm going to stamp, right? And instead of using this little ink spot, I usually like to put them, look at me, I'm already putting them inside this pretty jar. Each time I get one, I put it inside, so I'm gonna do that. And then later on, I will be decorating this jar and giving it to somebody that I love because I love ink. Who likes receiving ink as a gift? I don't know. It's kind of funny, but I really like it. So I'm going to put the kit aside and let's just go ahead and start stamping. And absolutely love this stamp. And there are so many things. If it's the first time that you're watching one of my videos, I usually enjoy starting with creating something just with a stamp set. I have not opened the kit. I just like to go ahead and get creative with the stamps, which is usually what you will end up with. You know, you will end up with a Pretty Peacock and you will end up with your stamp. And I like giving you ideas that are simple and that you can repeat and keep using what you already purchased if you purchase the Paper Pumpkin Kit. So this is what we will be doing. I will put this aside. Bring my paper piercer pad, which I like because the photopolymer stamp sets are so neat. They just stamp so nice on a paper piercer pad, so I use that. For the card that I'm going to make first, and I will be making or demonstrating two today. The first one is the simplest, and I like that at the end I'm going to show you several ones that I created the same way for you to create in different color combinations, okay, with Pretty Peacock. So I will be using my Pretty Peacock. Let me put this a little bit higher. These are my simple measurements for those who are watching me for the first time or are new card makers. This is easy. You cut a sheet of 8.5 by 5.5 for the card base, is this one right here. And you're going to just be scoring in the middle at 4.25 inches. So this is my 8.5 by 5.5 scored in the middle and folded. And then we're going to have just one more layer, and this is just a simple Whisper White cardstock, and it is at 4 inches by 5.25 inches. That is just one layer right there. So not much to do, right? Let's start with this one. And as I start, I'm actually going to bring a little piece of construction paper because I don't want to stamp on my paper piercing pad. per se. So this is what we are going to do. I'm going to bring a totally bright color. And no, this kit is not a very bright color, but you will discover that I like brights a lot. So I like trying them on my videos, and I will try the real red, okay? We are going to bring this beautiful doily right here. And I will be stamping first of all at the bottom of my paper right here. And I go kind of like right there mid doily. I'll stamp it right there. And then I will take this again and I will come right here on this side. Again, this is a very simple card that you can repeat over and over again. And that is exactly what I want you to learn from this, okay? Or to be inspired, that you can do simple cards, because what matters is, first of all, that you made it. It is so fun to create our own cards. And second, the message that it brings inside and the love that you're putting into creating that. And oh, I had a boo-boo. So hey, you know what I'm going to do? You stamp on top of it and you cover it. There you go. Now, I'm going to take this one and I'm going to stamp it right here at the top. There you go, beautiful. And look how cool that looks. This is, again, my first card I'm gonna show you, and it's super simple. I'm also gonna bring the pretty peacock in color. Oh my dear, I'm not being able to say the words correctly today. And I will bring the happy birthday stamp that actually came with the kit, okay? I will show you the other ones in a little bit, but this is the one that I'm gonna use for this one because it's so bright, so colorful. So I'm going to do this happy birthday right here. And I always like stamping. Oh my dear, I don't have a spot to stamp. Oh yes, I do, look. Haha. That is just of my, I like to try them. So again, if you're a new stamper, I like just trying it first on a scrap piece of paper and see how it looks. If it looks nice, if you're putting the right amount of pressure, etc. So I like doing that. And now I'm going to stamp this right here, happy birthday. Okay, super simple, right? I'm not done, but almost done with this one. And I think you are going to love the results. So I cannot wait to show you. I'm going to turn this around. Super simple card, just Whisper White cardstock, some colors of ink, your paper pumpkin stamp set, which is gorgeous. Absolutely love it. Did you know that I have no shell stamps like anywhere? And Paper Pumpkin seems to know what I don't have, because they're always sending me good stamps that I get to use bunches. So this is the first card that I am creating today. It's absolutely simple, you see, but I want to show you because maybe these are not your favorite colors, but that real red goes beautifully with the pretty peacock, and I think you may like the other ones as well. Now, let me show you what I created here. I have a whole set of cards that I want you to be able to see. And this is the same stamp set. We're using same stamp set as the Paper Pumpkin, right? And I have Hello Friend, and this is in Blushing Bride with the same pretty peacock. This one is Seaside Spray, that beautiful blue color with pretty peacock. Then we have in here the Soft Sea Foam. That is the color that I used here. And I can't wait to see which one is your favorite, but I think all the combinations are beautiful and they all go with pretty peacock. Okay, so today I'm focusing on that ink spot that you got with the kit that I think is so valuable. Where did I put mine? Oh, I already put it. I'm a prepared woman. It's right there already. Okay, so this is the, what did I use here? I think I used Petal Pink. Petal Pink? Yes, I think it's Petal Pink and Pretty Peacock. Then you have in here Smoky Slate and Pretty Peacock. Then you have So Saffron and Pretty Peacock. And I think you're going to memorize that, Pretty Peacock. And then here I did Highland Heather and Pretty Peacock. So I'm not sure which of all these color combinations you love, but I'm absolutely in love with this set. And as you see, I sort of created a gift here because I have this for somebody. And look, you can create 2 of each. Very, very simple cards. Oh, you know what? Look at that. I forgot the ones in here, but it still looks pretty. Haha. Hello, friend. And now I have 2 that complete the set that said happy birthday. So this is the first project I wanted to show you. When you are a card maker, it doesn't mean that you have to make things complicated. It doesn't mean that you have to have die cutters and everything else. If you have them and you're crazy like me about it, that's awesome. But also, if you receive your Paper Pumpkin, all you really need is just a few more ink spots. If you wish, you can just wait to keep accumulating them. Or you can just buy a few of the Whisper White cardstock and you can create something as pretty as this and put it in a nice box and give it to a friend as a gift. Or just send them in the mail. They're flat and easy. So this is what I love about stamping the stamps and the ink. So this is simple. Let's go to my second project of the day, and honestly it's my favorite. So I'm going to bring now the measurements for this one, and it's right here. And again, my measurements are very, very simple. The card base again is a 8.5 by 5.5, and then you score in the middle at 4.25 inches. Okay, then you're gonna have the first base, and in this case I'm actually using I think it's Purple Posy. I believe that's the name of it. Yep. It's one of the new ink colors. And I'm going to use that as the first layer, 4 inches by 5.25. And then I brought again Whisper White, 3 3/4 by 5. Very simple cards again. Now this one is going to take a totally different direction. And I'll be talking about direction a bit at the end of my video today, so I'm super excited to share that with you. Before we go ahead and start stamping, I need to clean this ones. So I'm going to bring, my Simply Chamois. I just love it. Chamois. I got one. I got one. And I actually got one for myself, and I got one for all of my team. I sent one of these. I actually got one. It's bigger than this. It's like this. And I cut them in half. And I sent one to each of my team members and the blessed stampers. So they could all try it. And you know what? I absolutely love how it works. I keep it clean on the other side. And I'm putting it for now in this little baggie. It's like a Ziploc bag. So when I'm done with all my projects, I put it there and it stays moist. Love it. And it cleans so nice. So since it's a little bit wet, because I just put some water in it, I'm going to do this because I don't want it to be wet. Okay. I can move this away. I don't need it right now. Okay, so next project is going to be using the Highland Heather, and I'm going to be using the Rococo Rose. And the reason why I'm using the Highland Heather is because it's the closest color I have to the Purple Posy. We are still waiting for some changes on that ink pad, and I don't want to wait to start using my cardstock, so I'm just going to coordinate things. So I will bring Highland Heather. Da-da-da. And let me see, where did I put that paper that I was using? Here. I always try it in another piece of paper, remember, or cardstock, like a scrap. And I'm going to be stamping that beautiful doily. Oh my goodness, it looks beautiful on pink. Don't you think that looks so pretty? Anyhow, let's start stamping. So this is going to go right here in this side of my card. Okay, that is Precious. And now I'm going to bring the Rococo Rose. And I'm actually going to bring a piece of cardstock like this. I was not done, but I'll do this right now because I'm doing it with you. And as you see, I already started stamping some of my shells in there. So what I will ask you is to actually stamp 7 shells. Okay, you're going to be stamping 7 shells, and you will be cutting them. Okay, so yes, this is a totally different thing, but when I started stamping, I enjoyed it so much. I don't mind cutting. I really don't. And if you've been following me for a while, I don't mind. I love my die cutter, my Big Shot, and many times I go ahead, but when I'm making one card, well, if I'm going to cut 7, most likely I will use my die cutter. But I am not afraid of the scissors. And many new stampers don't have die cutters and actually enjoy doing this. So if you do, go ahead and follow this one. If not, just stay simple as the first card I created. So let me keep going. We are going to be cutting all of those. Not on the camera, but we should be cutting them soon. And then you will bring the Rococo Rose. Da-da-da. And I never cleaned this one. That is not good. Here I go again to bring my little thing. And you know, some people do it like this. Let's see if it works better. Ha-ha. Wow, that is really cool. Okay, let's see how clean it is. Wow, that is amazing. Absolutely love it. Okay, so I have Rococo Rose, and I'm going to be stamping this first on a piece of scrap paper. Just want to make sure that it's stamping really nice. Okay, I like it. And now I'm going to take this and I'm going to stamp it right here. There you go. Beautiful. Happy birthday. Now, what will I do with this? This is going to be going right on top of this one. So I will grab a little bit of my snail adhesive, just a little bit. Put 2 strips right in the middle, and we will go like this. And now this is my favorite part of the entire project. So I'll show you what I'm gonna do with these beautiful shells. Okay, I went ahead, and so that I do not have to cut all this on the camera and you wait for me for 3 hours, I went ahead and cut them all already. Woo! I know you're clapping, you're like, yes, thank you, Jessica, because I don't want to be watching you cut for 3 hours on all of those. But this is what I will do. When you start this card, you will be, actually, before I do that, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and put this here in the front of my card base. You see, have my card base there. I'm gonna grab a little bit of this, super simple with that snail adhesive, and I'm gonna go right here. Da-da-da. So there, I'm kind of layering everything for you. Now, what we will do is, I know that I'm going to be positioning this ones in here. And if you were watching my last video last week, I encourage everybody to use banners with what they have. Remember that challenge that I started for this month? If you have not seen it, go check my post about it, or my last video, where we are using what we have. We are using our paper pumpkin kits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. I want to use 7. And the first thing that I do is create a banner, because that challenge is actually about banners. And yes, it's about using what you have, but I'm stuck with banners, my ladies. I love banners. And when I saw the shells, I'm like, oh, wouldn't it be nice to do a shell banner? I know you're like, Jessica, a shell banner? I'm not so sure about that. But this is how I started. And you know what? I like the end result, and you'll see it too. But this is how it's going to go. I position it right on the card like that. And then I start putting some dimensionals right in place. And I start putting them as it looks nice to me, okay? And this is how it looks nice to me. I just start putting them over and over in here. Check it out. And I'm not going to do them all because I prepare a little better, and I'll show you some different ones. But let me bring the one that is almost done, okay? So I'm going to move this one to the side. I will keep working on that one later, because I want to bring the one that is almost done to finish it with you. And it's right here. It's not entirely done, but I have the last one to put on, right? I already did all of those. And this is in the Seaside Spray color, okay? With the Rococo Rose as well. So I'll just put this one under here. And you see how beautiful that looks. Now, as the last embellishment for this card, I took some of my past glue dots that come with a kit, because remember, I haven't opened the other one. And I'm going to put a glue dot right here, because you know that banners need to have some sort of swirly thing in there just holding them, right? The shells are not magically in place. So we're going to do the illusion of it. I'm going to grab some of my twine. Again, this twine came with another kit. I can't remember which kit it was, but maybe the Hugs from Shelly. I don't remember. But I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it right here on that glue dot right there. And I don't care much about this corner here, but I may hide it under the shell. Da-da-da. There, I'm going to hide it under the shell. I like this twine because it kind of takes a curl by itself, and I like that curl. So I'm going to be putting this in here, and I'm going to pull this down a little bit. Hello. Yeah, well, that's fine. Then what I did is that I took this same one and I made some very cute bows right here. So you will take another one of these glue dots, place it right there on top of the other one. Kind of secures everything really nice, okay? And don't go, because I have to share with you other ones that I did in another color. I think you will like it. And actually, the one that I did, yeah, I'll show it to you. Then I'm going to put one of these bows in here. And here's the other bow. Look how cute. And we are going to put it right here at the top. This kit provides so many possibilities. And again, I like starting with the stamps. I know next week I'm going to be bringing you some more ideas. There you go. Look how cute. I love this. But I wanted to show you this one, and I started doing this one, which I have to finish in a little bit. The what's the color of it? The Purple Posy one in Highland Heather. I'll finish this later. But I made this one. It's a little bit different in that I use the new terracotta tile color. So instead of the of the Rococo Rose. I used the new in color terracotta tile on this one, made it a little bit of a difference right there. But then I made another one because I thought, you know what, it's a banner and it's a happy birthday card, and this kind of has like that feeling of beach, but what if it's a kid, or if it's like a happy person, energizing bunny, maybe like me? So I decided to make this other one, and in this case, I decided just to stamp on different colors. And you would be wondering, how in the world you pick up all those colors? Well, I actually went for the ink colors from 2018 to 2020. I'm Grapefruit Grove, Lovely Lipstick, Call Me Clover, Pineapple Punch, and Blueberry Bushel. Okay, I just, it's easy, okay? Paper Pumpkin and Stampin' Up kind of make things easy for you, coordination-wise, and that's one of the things that usually kind of get you stuck. Well, not with this company, and I love that. And this is actually my favorite. I really like that. I put that pineapple punch right there, happy birthday, and all the different colors, and I'm sure you can make them in so many ways. Again, this is just one of so many ideas and things that you can do with this beautiful, beautiful kit. And I cannot even wait to start making the kit per se. But I like bringing alternatives for when your kit is done. That is my heart and my desire. So let's see if I'm forgetting anything. If you are not in Paper Pumpkin, this is the last day to join and actually get a free sample from me to you from the Gift of Fall add-on for cards. It's actually a very, very cool kit that is coming, and they are selling an add-on of 24 card bases and envelopes that coordinates with it. So if you're interested, let me know. Today's the last day not to join Paper Pumpkin. You can join Paper Pumpkin for this month until August 10th, but I am offering this up to today, midnight. So let me know if you're interested, and I'm going to turn my camera around, and I want to talk to you a little bit about the word and give you a word of encouragement for this beautiful, beautiful Monday. Yesterday, I went to church, and we were worshiping, and one of the worship leaders brought this Bible verse that it really just touched my heart. You know how sometimes the Lord speaks to you at the beginning of the service, sometimes it's at the end, the last prayer, sometimes it's during the message, sometimes it's during a song, or just a sister that comes and blesses you somehow. There's so many ways that you are blessed by the body of Christ. And he brought this Bible verse, and it just stuck with me. So let me share it with you. It's in Job 22:28. It says, "What you decide on will be done, and light will shine on your ways." And he started talking about this Bible verse and talking about decrees. And I went and I looked at my dictionary app. I'm like, what is a decree? And I give a bunch of different synonyms, like decide, like a direction or a decision. It talk about direction. It talk about declaring. What do you declare? And as I was meditating on this verse, I'm like, what am I declaring? What is coming out of my mouth? I like this. I like that I have to make a decision, but I also need to agree with God and speak what he's speaking. And you're like, well, Jessica, where is that in the Bible? There is many situations in the Bible where this happens, but one that particularly sticks in with me is the one from Ezekiel 37. The valley of the dry bones. And if you have not read this story, you need to go to Ezekiel 37, because God is talking to the prophet, and he brings him to a valley that is full of dry bones, human bones, just dry, just dead, okay? And he asked the prophet, saying, "Son of man, can these bones live?" And he says, "I don't know, Lord, you only know." He's not sure about what God is doing in this part. But I love that in verse 4, it says to him, "Then he said to me," the Lord told Ezekiel, "prophesy to these bones and say to them, dry bones, hear the word of the Lord." And he started just prophesying over these bones, and all these bones got together and got like a vast army. And then he said, "Will these bones breathe? Prophesy to the breath." It says, well, no, I don't think he asked him about the breath. He just said, "Prophesy now." Then he said to me, "Prophesy to the breath. Prophesy, son of man, and say to it, this is what the sovereign Lord says. Come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe into these slain that they may live." And as he commanded this, as he decreed this, as he declared, as Ezekiel made a decision and said what God was saying, something happened in the natural that was not happening before. And I know that many of us walk through valleys of dry bones in our lives. So today I want to ask you, what is the decision that you will make, and what will be your declaration? I want my declaration to be whatever God says. And what was the last thing that God said about me? Did he say he would bless me? Did he say his goodness will follow me? Did he say that he was going to prosper me where I am? Did he say he was going to give me influence, that he was going to make me shine? It doesn't matter. I just want to focus exactly on what he say. And even when I pray or when I have conversations, I want to decree, I want to decide, I want to determine with my mouth that shall come to pass. So whatever is coming out of your mouth, let it be in accordance with what God said to you that will happen, what the word of God says about you and about your situation, because your mouth is powerful. I always say cards are powerful. So use your cards to bless other people, to decree great things into their lives, and pray and believe, because your faith pleases God. I appreciate that you're here this morning with me. I hope these words bless you somehow, and you come back to keep sharing our love of stamping and also our love for the Lord Jesus Christ. He is my life. He is my Savior. So I invite you to seek him in his word and to seek a relationship with him. It is possible. The only true God, the God that loves us so much. So God bless you. Thank you for joining me this morning. It is a joy to have you here, and I hope to come back with more paper pumpkin projects. There's a bunch of new ideas coming, so stay connected either here or in Stamp a Blessing YouTube channel. Love you all. Mwah. Don't forget to subscribe. Ciao, ciao.